Hey, what's going on, guys? Mr. Martinez here, checking in for your Mid-County XP lesson. Let's hop right into it. All right, so we're gonna get started with a quick little warm-up, guys. I want you guys to go ahead and start jogging in place for me, please. So all we're gonna do is just a nice light jog just to get warmed up, get the blood pumping. I don't know about you guys, but I am freezing cold when I'm recording this. It is a warm 9 degrees over here in Mississippi. So very, very cold. And jumping jacks. This is gonna help me just as much as it's gonna help you, because like I said, I am freezing cold right now. And stop. All right, we're gonna go and open up our hips just like this. So swing one leg and the other leg. Awesome. Now we're gonna turn these into crescent kicks. So make the leg straight, boom, boom. And stop. And arm circles forward. And back. We're gonna rotate the ankles. Other side. Switch. Switch again. And relax. All right, guys, I want you guys to go ahead and we're gonna jump down on one knee just like this. We're gonna come up, bring your knee up, down, and up. So go ahead and take a knee. All right, and we're gonna do this by my count. It doesn't matter which leg you have down on the floor or up like this. Okay, we're gonna do both sides either way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're gonna switch sides now. So now you're gonna drop down on the other side. Same thing. And remember, we're simulating a single leg jump. In a little bit, we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna have the jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go back to the other side now. And now what you're gonna do is we're gonna take that same leg again. We're gonna bring that leg up, but this time instead of just raising the leg up, we're actually gonna jump off of the lead leg. So watch me first. Boom. And I come back down. We're tightening up those legs. Okay, we're really trying to straighten up our single leg jumps. We're gonna do this 5 times on each side by my count. So just go and put one leg down on the knee. The other leg is up just like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Really try to get up there with that knee. Really try to jump on that leg. Explode. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. All right, I want you guys to partner up and grab a target for you and your partner. Depending on the numbers, you might need to have a group of 3 or a group of 2. Just figure it out. Go. Alrighty, so now that you have a partner and a target, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna demonstrate a number 3 jump round kick, okay? So, I'm gonna get into my good fighting stance. I'm gonna use my back leg. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm going to jump, switch, and throw that front leg round kick. Thing I want you to focus on for this drill is, as always, try to drive the knee up. Don't just bring the knee up here, okay? This is not what we're looking for. The higher I bring my knee up, the higher I'm gonna get off the floor, because look, boom, that's the momentum that I'm looking for. So I wanna make sure that I'm really bringing my knee up real high. So when I bring my knee up high, boom, switch my legs and throw that round kick, okay? So you're gonna demonstrate 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right. Then you're gonna switch, your partner's gonna go. I'm gonna have you guys demonstrate this for 2 minutes on the clock, and then we'll move on for the next one. So 2 minutes, starting now. All right, moving on to our next drill. If you're not already, let's go ahead and take a knee. And now we're gonna work on our tornado kicks, okay? So these are quite simple. We should know how to do these already. So I'm not gonna spend too much time explaining on how to do a tornado kick. So finding stance. I really want you to make sure that you're not just standing like this whenever you try to attempt to do the kick. I need you to put one leg in the front, one leg in the back. Be sure you have a good stance. So when you're here, you're gonna turn over your back shoulder. So I turn, bring my leg up, jump, switch, and kick, okay? So I'm firing with the front leg, I'm chambering with the back leg. So watch again, watch my back leg, I turn, this is still my back leg, up, jump, round kick, just like that, okay? I'm still focusing on driving my knees up, so you need to do that as well. Same thing, 5 times left, 5 times right. Then once you're done, just keep going until the 2 minutes is up, 2 minutes on the clock, go. All right, everybody, 2 minutes is up. Now we're gonna move on to the next drill, which is gonna be our hook kicking drill. So what you're gonna do now is you're going to find a ledge or a punching bag, whatever you can put your hand on to use as support for your hook kicking drill. So here's how we're gonna do it. My partner's gonna hold that target up, okay? Like if you're throwing a tomahawk, okay? I'm gonna put my back hand on the wall, okay? And I'm gonna look towards my target. Just pretend I have a target right here. With my front leg, I'm gonna bring it up to my chest, and then I'm gonna swing the kick around for the hook. Boom. I want you to make sure you whip that kick around. So don't shorten it, come about here. You want it to come all the way around. Be sure you whip the kick all the way to the back, okay? So don't just let the kick come down. Boom. I want you to whip the kick back, okay? So same thing. You guys are gonna demonstrate this for 2 minutes. 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right. Really focus on doing the little details that we're talking about. That's why I'm making you spend 2 minutes on this. So that way you have plenty of time to work and focus on the minor detail that I'm really emphasizing. 2 minutes on the clock, go. Okay, so let's talk about the last drill on our targets. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to add the two kicks together. So it'll be a tornado kick followed by a spinning hook kick. Now, there is no number 2 round kick before the tornado kick. You need to go right into it. So a lot of you guys, when I ask you to do a tornado kick, spin hook kick, you demonstrate something like this. You throw me the back leg round kick, and then you throw me the 360, and then you throw me the hook. We need to eliminate that number 2 round kick and just go right into the tornado kick followed by a spinning hook kick, okay? So I'm in my good fighting stance. I'm gonna turn, look over my back shoulder. Back leg comes up, jump, switch, round kick, land it in front, then turn, boom. I want you to make sure you whip that kick around just like how you did on the wall, okay? So now you're off the ledges, you're centered back up now, so that way you have plenty of room to move around. Your partner might move towards you as they do this combination. So target holders, you need to be awake, you need to be aware. You need to make sure you're looking at your partner. If they're coming right at you, you might wanna walk back so that way you don't get kicked, okay? So same thing, this is gonna be our last drill, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes on the clock, okay? I want you to work on driving the knees up, whipping that hook kick all the way around, okay? Be sure you take your time, no rush, 2 minutes, go. All right, everybody, that's gonna wrap up our target portion of this class. Now what you can do is you can take that target, you can put it away, and then take a knee. I'll give you 15 seconds, go. All right, now that the targets are put away, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 2 lines, okay, towards the front of the room. And when I mean the front of the room is I mean where the windows are at, okay, facing towards the lobby. You're gonna make 2 lines, okay, and then while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you what you're going to do, okay? So we want to look to advance our basic tumbling, okay? So as of right now, we got in butterfly kicks and we got in cartwheels down pretty well. And we're still working on round offs, and that's actually what we're gonna get into here in a little bit, okay? But what I want to do is I want to advance or level up our basic cartwheel, okay? So instead of doing a 2-handed cartwheel, instead now you're gonna perform a 1-handed cartwheel, okay? You just need to make sure you have faith in your arms, okay? Then you need to make sure you stiff them out a little bit, okay? If I just throw my hand down on the floor and it's like a limp noodle, then it's gonna fall. I need to have a strong foundation to hold all my body weight on, okay? So when I'm here, it works the same way as a regular cartwheel. I take my front hand, that's the hand I like to use. Some people like to use the back hand. You could try using the back hand if you want, it's completely up to you. But I'm gonna demonstrate with my front hand. So I'm gonna take this front hand right here, I'm gonna place it down on the floor. Now when I place it down on the floor, I'm gonna go ahead and let my legs follow through. You need to make sure that you turn. The back leg goes first. Don't let the front leg go first, because then you're gonna twist up, okay? So when I'm here, I take my front hand, place it down on the floor, the back leg follows through, boom, and then I can perform my one-handed cartwheel. Of course, that doesn't look as exciting as it usually does, okay? You have to build the height on it. So now this time, I'll demonstrate it just a little bit higher. So that's what I want you to do. So moving down the floor, I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes this time to work on this, okay, and then we're gonna move on to something else. It's just gonna be one-handed cartwheels moving down the floor. Be sure you guys give each other plenty of room to work, and don't whack into anybody. Just be sure you guys give yourself plenty of space. Nobody needs to get hurt when we're doing these drills. 3 minutes on the clock, go. Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on our round offs, okay? A round off is just like a cartwheel, but instead of landing on 1 foot at a time, you're gonna land with 2 feet both at the same time. So what I like to do is I like to get a little bit of a running start, and I like to engage my knee. That way I can pop off on the air, okay? And then I can throw my hands down to the floor to do my round off. So what do I mean by that? Well, watch. So when I'm here, I'm gonna get a little bit of running start, okay? I like to just take maybe 1 step, that's about it. My real beginner-like charge up is when I bring my knee up for like if I was skipping. So watch real quick. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. I drive my knee up to the floor and then my hands come up. Now, that is allowing me to just get a little momentum going. That way I can perform that round off, okay? So when you're doing that round off, these are my legs. Boom. They come together and they stay together. whenever I'm having my hands down on the floor, I literally push off the ground like if I was doing a push-up. So imagine that. You're doing a push-up, okay, and you're gonna land on your feet. So last time I'm gonna demonstrate. I skip up, boom, and I land with both feet down on the ground. You're gonna demonstrate that for me. I'm not gonna make you do it for 3 minutes this time, just 1 minute this time, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. So 1 minute on the clock, go. Alrighty, so that drill is complete. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go back to the one-handed cartwheel. But here's what I want you to try this time, okay? As you get more comfortable with that one-handed cartwheel, you should feel it come more easier to you when you're trying to perform it. So here's what we're gonna do now. As it gets easier for you, whenever you get ready to do it, I want you to try not to rely on your hand so much on the floor. Your hand is more just an assistance, just in case you feel like you're losing balance or you're not gonna land on your feet. So when I do it, I actually want to try to start taking my hand away when I do it, okay? So I can actually take it away while I'm still up in the air, okay? I usually do it towards the end when my feet are getting really, really close to land on the floor. Now, we're talking about milliseconds of timing here, okay? And that's okay. You can still identify just by feeling when you're getting ready to have your feet go on the ground. So when I do it, I take my hand the exact same way. I just want to throw it a little bit more momentum. So what I can do is I can use that skip from the round off to power my one-handed cartwheel, which will allow me to take my hand away. So when I'm here, I skip, boom, I take my hand away as I'm getting ready to land my feet. This is going to allow us to prepare ourselves and get ready for that no-handed cartwheel or the aerial. So watch again one more time. This is what I want you to do this time. You're still gonna do a one-handed cartwheel, but now you're gonna have the setup of a round off. So that way you don't have to rely on your hand so much. So I'm here, I skip up, boom. As I skip, boom, place my hand down on the floor, throw my legs, and then I can let go of the ground with my hand. So here, boom, just like that, okay? I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to work on this one, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. 2 minutes on the clock, go. All right, 2 minutes is up, and let's go ahead and take a knee. So this is very important that you make sure you practice at home. You're not gonna get this if you just practice every Saturday. You have to make sure that you apply this at home. Now, when I mean practice at home, don't go outside and practice this on concrete, of course. You need to make sure you practice this on soft area like the mats or the grass. That is 2 viable options that you can use in order to practice this. And like I said in the beginning, you're only gonna get this aerial based on how comfortable you are with your body when it's in the air. So the more you practice it, the more comfortable you get, then you won't have to rely on your hands so much. So just keep that in mind. The aerial is another motion of a kick that we always do all the time, which is the butterfly kick, okay? Which is important that we practice that as well, because the butterfly kick and the round off put together will allow us to get ready for that aerial that we're trying to do. We're gonna practice that butterfly real quick. Instead of doing the butterfly how you normally set it up, so we've been talking about setting it up like this, opposite hand, opposite foot, then we dip. Instead, I want you to once again use the round off setup. I'm going to throw my legs towards you guys, but I'm going to move this direction. So when I'm here, I skip, boom. Throw my legs off the ground. What you can do, because that does feel a little bit awkward, just trying to take off like that. So what I can do is I can add a step turn rotation instead. So what you can do is you can step, then turn, and look at that. Boom. It will allow me to generate that rotation I need in order to take off for that butterfly kick. So when I'm here, step, turn, boom. And I can go right into that kick. I want you guys to demonstrate those butterfly kicks. I want you to focus on not looking down at the floor. You need to look at one of the walls. For example, if I'm facing this way, when I turn, boom, I'm locking eyes with the camera right here. I want you guys to lock in on one of the walls. Don't look down on the floor. Be sure you hold yourself accountable. If you're looking down at the floor, okay, you need to fix it, because of course, if you're looking down at the floor, then your body's gonna wanna go down on the floor. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to work on this, starting now. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and take a knee. Okay, so we need to practice all of those motions every once in a while. The butterfly kick and the round off, the one-handed cartwheel, all of those will get you ready to do your aerial. Aerials have to have a lot of power getting into them, and you have to be comfortable with your body out and up in the air. So those are the 2 keys in order to get that down. And like I said, we're trying to advance our tricks that we've been drilling from last year, and now we're going to develop them and we're going to evolve them to harder and cooler tricks. So just keep that in mind. That as hard as you worked last year, we're going to work just as hard this year, so that way we can unlock new things. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys do a quick little break, a quick little reset. This is the time where you need to get a drink of water, any of that stuff, you need to do that now. And I want you to grab your bow staffs, and then we're going to take a knee and we're going to talk about what we're going to do from there. So 2 minutes, go. Alrighty, so now we have our bow staffs in hand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk through some rotations. We're just gonna do a review with our staffs. Here's what we're gonna do. Starting with our bow staff, we're just gonna walk through a downward figure eight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the top of the bow staff and we're gonna bring it down and then back up. Down, back up. Now, since you guys are a bit more experienced, you should be comfortable with this motion already. So I don't expect you to hold on super duper tight. Like how I always say, don't change your grip, don't change your grip. Now you can loosen up your grip a little bit. If you notice, when my hand does it, I actually guide it along. I guide it along. I'm not holding onto it super tight. I'm guiding the bow staff along so that way I can have an easier flow of transition. Now, once you get more comfortable with this, I'll let you guys go ahead and demonstrate this with me. Go ahead. So when you get here, you're guiding the bow staff along, just like this. Now, whoop, hit myself. All right, so when you're here, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it with one hand. So keep the motion going, but now just take your other hand away. I like to keep the dominant hand on the staff. So if I'm right-handed, which I am, I'm gonna keep the bow staff on my right hand and rotating through. If you are left-handed, then you're gonna rotate with your left. Okay, can you tell I'm not left-handed? I'll switch back to my right. There we go, it's a bit easier now. So I want you guys to rotate like this for about 1 minute. Go. All right, awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on rotating the staff around our shoulders and our neck, okay? So here's how we get it from the shoulder. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start by grabbing the bow staff a little bit lower than what we normally do. Don't grab it higher, you need to make sure you grab it lower. I'm about say a hand width away from where my grip is at, okay? So I'm gonna take the top of the bow staff here and I'm gonna tuck it underneath my armpit just like this. I want more of it being on the back side than it being on the front because I'm trying to get it to rotate over my shoulder. So when I do this, it's like I'm pulling a lever. I pull the lever down and I'm gonna use this hand as well to catch the staff. Now, this is where people make the mistake of flopping themselves down on the floor where you're throwing your head down. You don't wanna do that. If I did that, okay, and I pushed it down, the bow staff would go flying right towards you guys, and I don't want that. So instead, I need to keep my body upright. I can bend just a little bit, but not too much. So when I'm here, boop, boom, just like that. So watch it again one more time. I tuck it under here. I want more of it on the back than it on the front. Boom. You don't have to go super fast. You can take your time with these tricks. Boom, just like that. So I want you to practice that. We're gonna go for 2 minutes. I'm gonna have you, if you want, you can try it on the other side if you want, just so that way you can get a feel of it. But if you have a favorite side, that's fine. You can practice on that favorite side as well. So 2 minutes on the clock, go. All right, so moving on to our neck row, okay? So same thing, I do not want to lean my body over all the way down. I can still have a little lean on this one. So the way this one works is now I'm gonna have this hand is going to be the one that catches the staff. So I'm gonna cross my arms just like if I was chamber for a knife hand strike, okay, or a block. So when I'm here, I cross my hands over, and as I'm crossing them over, that's when I let go of my bow staff and I allow it to rotate through. I swing it a little bit, I give it a little bit of a swing, okay, where it's going to rotate over my neck, boom, and now I have it in the other hand. So watch again one more time, boom, just like that. Do not throw it, okay, and also do not reach out for it. If I reach out for it, boom, I'm not going to be able to catch it that well. It was kind of awkward when I grabbed it. I could have hit my eye, it could have swung out, okay, so we don't want that. Instead, we want it nice and controlled. So when we're here, boom, just like this, just let it come out on the other hand. I want you guys to practice that for 2 minutes as well. Go. Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the last two moves that we did and we're gonna put them together. So I'm gonna go here for my shoulder roll, and then I'm gonna go around for my neck roll, just like that. So watch again one more time. I'm gonna go here. I want you to hold it a little bit lower than what we normally did. I go from the shoulder, boom, I catch. Then from here, I don't adjust any of my grips or anything like that. I just go straight to my neck. I rotate it around and grab. If you're finding yourself struggling with those two tricks, pick the one that you're struggling on the most. I want you to focus on that one. Just drill it a couple of times and then try to add it back in with the other one. So let's say, for example, I'm struggling on the shoulder. Now I'm gonna practice that shoulder until I get it a couple of times. So boom, I got it, boom. Okay, let me see if I can get it one more time. Okay, I got it all 3 times. Now I can try to add it back in with my neck roll rotation. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna practice that for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna add one more toss. Go. Alrighty, now we're back and we're gonna do our last toss, and this toss is gonna be quite simple. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the bow staff in your left hand and you're just gonna place it down just like this. The other hand, which is my right hand, I'm gonna place it over my head just like as I was performing a high block. Now, all I want you to do is I want you guys to go ahead and follow along with me. Is we're gonna take it like this and we're just gonna boop, grab it, let go. Grab, let go. Grab, go. Boom, boom. I just want you to practice that real quick with me. Just follow along, just keep going, keep going. I just want you to get used to grabbing, okay, and not freaking out. Okay, you guys go and relax and take a knee. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is instead of just passing it through, I'm actually gonna give this a little toss now. And as I toss it, I wanna bring the top of it towards my head. Do not freak out. I know it's coming towards your head, but that's why you have your hand there getting ready to catch. When I give it my toss, boom. That's when I catch with my other hand. So watch again one more time. I give it my toss, boom, I catch. Toss, boom, catch, just like that. I just want you guys to practice that for a little bit. Like I said, do not freak out. Don't turn towards it and try to grab it like that. Just remain calm. It's fine. Boom. Okay, it's just a bow staff. It's not gonna, knock you out or anything. Knock on wood. All right, I'm gonna have you guys demonstrate that for 2 minutes. Go. Alrighty, and for our last thing for our bow staff, this is gonna wrap up our class for the day. We're gonna put all three together. So you're gonna go shoulder roll, neck roll into my toss, just like that. I know I did that fast, so I'll break that down again. Okay, so you start with it in your right hand. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna tug it underneath. I'm going to push, okay, rotate it through. Then from here, I'll rotate it around the neck and boom. It'll come out here. Once I get it there, I'm gonna take my hand on top, which is the right hand. I'm gonna give it that toss, boop, and then I'm going to catch just as so. Watch again one more time. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. And same thing, I want you to work on this. Okay, I'm gonna give you a bit of time to work on this. If you're struggling on one move, don't just reset yourself and try to do it over and over and over again. Focus on that one move. So last time for the full thing. Under, grab, around, grab, up, and grab just like that. I'm gonna have you guys demonstrate that for 2 minutes. Go. Alrighty, and that is time up. Let's go ahead and take a knee. You guys did such an awesome job today. I already know that you guys absolutely smashed it. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate that. Be sure you thank Master Weaver for walking you through this lesson and guiding you through. You guys are gonna stand up. You guys are dismissed. I will see you guys next time.